to you, Pooja.
All right. First of all, good evening, everyone. So myself, Pooja Krishna Tirupati, and today I'll be talking about ratio analysis. So what is ratio analysis? Ratios are something which is very valuable to decide or to make a decision about a company in which we want to invest. So talking about that, ratios are used by individuals, investors, and professional analysts too. So ratio analysis is very helpful to determine in which stock we should invest in. So many people ask that how to determine a stock. We have money, we are college students, so we get pocket money like 100 rupees, 200 rupees, 500 rupees, 1000 rupees. So ये सब जो हम पार्टीज में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं, लाइक सपोज अगर हमने एक पिज्जा खरीदा तो फिर वो पिज्जा विल कॉस्ट अस 500 rupees. So that 500 rupees, if we don't eat pizza for one party and invest the same in the stock, then we can buy any stocks, right? स्टॉक प्राइजेस हमें अगर हमारे पास 500 रुपीज नहीं है, देन 100 रुपीज, 6 रुपीज, 10 रुपीज, कितने भी रुपीज का आपको स्टॉक मिल सकता है, बट यू जस्ट हैव टू सी वेदर यू कैन इन्वेस्ट इन दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक और नॉट. तो अभी अगर हमारे पास पैसे है, थोड़े अमाउंट है बट पैसे है, तो कौन से स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करना चाहिए और ये हमें कैसे पता चलेगा? लेट्स सी दैट. So first of all, I'll share my screen. Yes. So there are different types of ratio analysis like cash ratio, credit ratio, debit to equity ratio, quick ratio, then EBITDA ratio, then asset turnover ratio, return on asset ratio, and many on. But today we are going to cover 6 ratios which are commonly used for determining in which stock we should invest in. So the first stock, before informing about the ratio analysis, I would like to talk about two terminologies that are important for analyzing any ratio. So that is overvalued share and undervalued share. Being an economic student, आप सबको पता होगा ये क्या है. So overvalued share is nothing but if a particular security is trading in the stock market with higher value, higher than its fair market value, then it is known as overvalued stock. And undervalued stock are something which is totally opposite of overvalued stock, where the security in the stock market is trading at lower than its fair market value. So that is known as undervalued stocks. So let's get into the first ratio that I have selected for you is earning per share. So what is EPS? EPS is nothing but we can measure EPS by dividing net income of the company with by number of shares of the company. So how we decide what is EPS of the company? We get EPS of the company from the all the fundamental analysis, all the reports of the company. अगर आपको ऐसे लगता है कि fundamental analysis or reports पढ़ना is very boring and it takes lot of time, then let me tell you ऐसे बहुत सारे websites होते हैं जहाँ पर हमें फ्री में या फिर इजीली हमें ये सब इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल होती है. लाइक आई हैव टेकन एग्जांपल ऑफ टाटा मोटर्स. सो वी कैन गेट दिस इंफॉर्मेशन फ्रॉम मनी कंट्रोल, फिनोलॉजी, investing.com और जीरोदा, ग्रो. आप जो भी ऐप यूज करते हो और ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म यूज करते हो, सब में ये आपको मिल ही जाएगा. ये सब बेसिक इंफॉर्मेशन होती है विच आर वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू डिसाइड विच स्टॉक टू बी परचेस्ड. So जब हम स्टॉक परचेस करने जाते हैं, दैट टाइम दिस ratios plays very important role. So how these ratios are divided? These ratios are divided into different terminologies and different aspects. Like some defines about profitability, some defines about turnover, and some shows us how the leverage takes place. So This EPS particularly, how to see where the EPS is. So if you'll open money control, you'll get an overview. You can see EPS. Here the EPS is, and आप देख सकते हो EPS यहाँ पर negative में है. So what EPS defines? EPS defines that what a company is earning. अगर कितना अर्निंग हमें एक कंपनी बनाकर दे सकता है. So it is very important to know if we are investing in any particular stock, then हमें क्या earnings मिल रहा है वहां पर से. So this helps us to know that. And यहाँ पर हम देख सकते हैं टाटा मोटर is giving us negative EPS, negative earnings. So एक बात हमें ध्यान में रखनी चाहिए कि if a security is giving zero or negative returns, then the EPS will also be zero or negative. So इनकी earnings जो है वो negative है, इसलिए हमें ये negative में ही मिल रहा है EPS. And then the second ratio is price to earning ratio. What is price to earning ratio? PE ratio हम हर जगह सुनते हैं. Like PE ratio is nothing but जहाँ पर हम share price divide कर सकते हैं earning per share से, वो हमें कितना PE एक कंपनी का वो डिसाइड वो हमें बताता है. So EPS जो हमने फाइंड किया है वो ही हमें यूज करना है PE फाइंड करने में. तो सपोज अगर एक शेयर का वैल्यू है 10 रुपीज, देन वो शेयर प्राइस हम डिवाइड करके देख सकते हैं ईपीएस से. वॉट एवर ईपीएस वी गेट फ्रॉम calculating this formula that we have to put here. So EPS is also available on the platform only. हमें EPS मिल जाता है इंफॉर्मेशन एंड PE भी मिलता है मनी कंट्रोल से ही या फिर कोई भी अदर ट्रेडिंग प्लेटफॉर्म से. सो ये PE रेशियो हमें कैसे कैसे यूज होता है. सो PE रेशियो ये हमें मिलता है यहाँ पर. देखिए अगर एक इंडिविजुअल स्टॉक का PE रेशियो कुछ नहीं बताता है, इसका मतलब ये है कि दैट स्टॉक इज नॉट गिविंग एनी रिटर्न और उनकी वैल्यू जीरो है. So that means the data is not available. Even here you can see the value is zero. That means कि सेक्टर का PE अगर 57 है, we can compare it with sector also. जैसे कि टाटा मोटर्स ये अगर हम देखने जाएंगे तो 4 व्हीलर्स की कंपनी है. कंज्यूमर लाइक हम जो भी मोटर्स या फिर उसके पियर सेक्टर से चेक कर सकते हैं कि टाटा मोटर्स के साथ और कौन से कंपनी है जो कंपटीशन में है उसके. सो दिस sector PE defines what is the sector value of that particular company. And if it is 57.67 but their PE is zero, that means Tata Motors ये undervalued stock है. So PE value helps us to determine whether a stock is overvalued or undervalued. And this can be helpful अगर हम देखते हैं कि अगर individual stock का PE value ये कम है sector value से, we can totally make a decision that we can invest in this particular stock and wait for a longer period of time, because all this fundamental analysis help us to gain profit for a longer period of time. अगर आप अपने इन्वेस्टमेंट बनाए रखते हैं लॉन्गर पीरियड ऑफ टाइम में, देन ये करेक्ट हो जाते हैं. तो अगर हम इन्वेस्ट करते हैं अभी तो हमें पूरा चांसेस है कि दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक कैन ग्रो इन फ्यूचर. सो थर्ड रेशियो इज डेट टू इक्विटी रेशियो. डेट टू इक्विटी रेशियो नाम ही सजेस्ट करता है दैट this shows us about the long-term debt which a company has taken, and we have to measure it by dividing it with the total equity of the company. So what is debt? Debt पे हमें returns किस चीज का मिलता है? You guys can drop your message on chat also. What returns do we get on debt? Anyone? Or else if you invest in equity, what returns do you get? So on debt, we get, right. Thank you, Kajal. So on debt, we get interest interest and on equity we get dividends. So debt हमें देता है interest whereas equity हमें देता है dividends. As we all know that interest are fixed and it is mandatory for a company to always give returns. वो deny नहीं कर सकते that we don't have funds now, then we are not going to pay you interest. That is not there. So a company cannot do that. They have to mandatorily invest. Sorry, they have to mandatorily return or pay the interest to the people from where they have borrowed funds. And equity में हमें dividend मिलता है. Dividend keeps on fluctuating, and keeps on fluctuating means it is not mandatory for a company to give or to share their dividends from their with their shareholders. So this gives us an idea that debt and equity जो company का होता है, how that works. Ideally we say that debt to equity ratio should be 1 or more or less to 1. अगर डेट ज्यादा है एक कंपनी का एंड इक्विटी कम है, दैट मीन्स कि a company will keep on paying loans only, whatever debt they have taken. They are increasing their debts only, but they are not repaying anything. Whereas equity जब कम होता है and debt ज्यादा होता है, that means that particular security is risky and we should think twice purchasing that particular share. So debt and equity ratio gives us an idea about what debt a company is holding and whether it is riskier or we can take that share. And then fourth जो रेशियो है दैट इज रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी. रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी ये नाम ही सजेस्ट कर देता है कि ये हमें बताता है कितना रिटर्न हमें एक कंपनी से मिलता है. सो रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी गिव्स अस अ आइडिया अबाउट अर्निंग्स ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर कंपनी. हमें इक्विटी पे कितना मिलता है. शेयर होल्डर्स गेट टू नो दैट हाउ मच दे आर अर्निंग ऑन देयर पर्टिकुलर शेयर. So we can measure ROE from dividing total profit of company with total equity share. So अगर आपने ध्यान दिया होगा तो earning per share जो है that is similar to return on equity too. But here the only difference is EPS जो है वो पर्टिकुलर शेयर एब्सोल्यूट शेयर नंबर्स पे कैलकुलेट होता है एंड जो रिटर्न ऑन इक्विटी है वो टोटल इक्विटी शेयर पे काउंट होता है. तो दिस इज द डिफरेंस बिटवीन EPS एंड ROE, but both gives us idea about earnings of a company and how much a particular share can give us profit or can earn on the amount which we have invested in company. And then comes price to book value, PB. PB वैल्यू ये बताता है कि एक शेयर का बुक वैल्यू क्या है and we can measure it by dividing market value per share by book value per share. So जैसे हमें ये भी इंफॉर्मेशन अवेलेबल होता है बहुत सारे प्लेटफॉर्म्स पे, हम इससे भी कंपेयर कर सकते हैं. जैसे कि अभी इनका पी टाटा मोटर्स का PB है 1.80. सो आप देख सकते हो कि जो ये फॉर्मूला है बुक वैल्यू पर शेयर जहां पर डिनोमिनेटर में है दैट इज आल्सो अवेलेबल हियर. सो ऑल द इंफॉर्मेशन is available on the platform itself. You just have to see it, divide it and make your decision whether to invest in that particular share or not. And how to compare this PB. PB can be compared by comparing that particular stock with the peer companies, or you can also compare it with a sector. जैसे सेक्टर PE होता है वैसे सेक्टर PB भी होता है. तो अगर PB 1.80 है एंड सेक्टर PB अगर समझो 5 है 10 है, so that means this particular stock holds potential to grow in future. And then last and final जो ratio है for today is current ratio. Current ratio is the shortest and the simplest and the most easiest ratio which gives us better understanding about a particular share. So what this current ratio is? Current ratio is nothing but we can see that what current assets is there with the company, and we can divide it with the liabilities they have. So current ratio gives us idea about whether a company is liquidated or not, whether a company have the potential to repay the debts of people they have taken from, or wherever they have taken the loans from. Do they have potential to repay it back? Uh, are they capable enough to repay? That all information or idea we can get it from current ratios. So current ratio is very beneficial, and it can give us a lot of understanding about how to select a stock. एंड ये भी हमें सारी डिटेल्स जो है वो फंडामेंटल एनालिसिस में मिल जाती है. सो ऑल दिस information are available on various platforms, and it is very easy to determine a particular stock in which we can invest. Like even if you are studying, or even if you are not so experienced in the market, but this all ratios are very helpful to determine a particular share. And it also gives us idea that how to invest and when is the right time, or which price is undervalued or which price is overvalued, or which stock can grow in future, which makes our work very easy, and which helps us to determine too. So that's it from my side. If you guys have any other questions, then you can freely ask me.
Okay, I must say, Pooja, that is called a real nice end to the peer buddy session, and you were really good at your topic. And you
Thank
are a
you.
good teacher, man. You teach good, really good, great.
Thank
So
you, sir.
any questions, group leader, Benaz? Yeah.
Yeah, so competitors are the one who have same interest, or we can say like Tata Motors are into motors, then TVS Motors, then other companies who deals in motor sectors. They are also their peers. Peers is nothing but the competitors. If we think about let's say pharma mein there are many companies like Dr. Reddy, then Sun Pharma, then many other stocks, which gives us idea about the competitors. Like आपके लिए आपके जो भी peers है, or else like we are peers, we are having same interest, but we are focusing on the same goals, but we have different knowledge, we have different capability, and we can say potential to grow. So they are known as competitors.
Okay. Anyone else? Yes, Pooja, would you like to answer this?
Yes, sir. So this question is like PE ratio changes. So what are the factors that result in change? What is PE ratio? PE ratio is nothing but price earning ratio. Whereas if price of a like if earnings are changing, if EPS is changing or earning is changing, that will affect to PE ratio too. And if that affects a particular stock, then the intention of buying that particular stock also changes. Sorry, I didn't get this question. What is indicator in PB that company will grow in future?
Ma'am, it's about you mentioned some numbers like 6, or 10. Then it is the indicator that the company will growth in future. And what are the numbers that will indicate that the company may decline?
So this is just the ratios which we take, which helps us to determine whether a stock will grow or not. Like I said, I have compared the PB ratio from its sector PB. So individual, when we are taking PB of a particular share and we are comparing it with the sector, that means sector. Let's take the example कि sector 10 points hold कर रहा है. So if a sector is at 10 point, उसका मतलब ये है कि individual stock जो है उसकी भी ये कैपेबिलिटी है कि वो 10% तक compete कर सके. That means that particular sector have that much potential or that particular sector have that much demand. So that's how we decide कि एक particular share जो है वो इतना grow कर सकता है. Like अगर finance जो हमारा finance stream है, we say that not a lot of people are financial literate people in India. So we see potential here. We see that we have some chance that we can take the lead and educate people. So how we get it? We get it by thinking that as यहाँ पर ज़्यादा जन नहीं है, so we can take the lead and we can match that difference and try to educate more people. So this is how an individual PB can be compared with the sector PB. I hope, Kajal, your question is answered, like whatever query you had, I answered it properly, or do you have any other question related to it?
No, ma'am. I think sir said right that you can be a good teacher.
Thank you. Yeah, so many people have this, belief, or we can say many people think that, छोटा शेयर में इन्वेस्ट करो, छोटे शेयर में इन्वेस्ट करो और करोड़पति बन जाओ, like 3 दिन में पैसा डबल. So why this saying is why the saying is so popular? Just because हम ऐसे मानते हैं कि हमारे पास कम पैसा है एंड अगर हम वो कम या फिर छोटे स्टॉक में इन्वेस्ट करते हैं तो दैट पर्टिकुलर स्टॉक हैव पोटेंशियल टू ग्रो वेल. हम तो 6 रुपीज अगर समझो एक शेयर है जो 6 रुपीज का हमने खरीद लिया एंड वी हैव लॉट ऑफ पेशेंस. We can wait in the market for like years and years. हम अगर नहीं रहे तो भी we have our generation or we have our family members to take care of it. तो वो 6 रुपीज जैसे कि इन्फ्लेशन सुना हमने, फिर उसके बाद में बहुत सारे अलग टर्मिनोलॉजीज आते हैं जैसे कि कोई भी शेयर कोई भी कंपनी ग्रो होती जाएगी. अगर ग्रो नहीं होती है तो वो पूरी तरीके से एग्जिट तो करेगी या फिर वो वही के वही रहेगी. बट मोस्ट ऑफ द कंपनीज दे ग्रो एंड अगर वो ग्रो करेगी तो आज जो 6 रुपीज है वो कल को 60 रुपीज हो जाएगा, परसों को वो 600 रुपीज हो जाएगा एंड ऐसे ही करते करते 10 साल के बाद हम 6 lakhs भी कमा सकते हैं उसको. So it's better to invest, like most of the people think that it's better to invest in small caps than investing in blue chips. Like कोरोना के टाइम पे भी हमने ये देखा कि blue chips तो कम होते जा रही थी, but people who invested in small stocks or small cap companies, उनका अगर हम आज portfolio देखेंगे तो they are earning really well. Like I handle some portfolios and I literally feel surprised by seeing कि small caps में पहले invest करो तो वो better है, because ऐसे कोई ना कोई तो time आ जाता है when blue chip companies they take a stagnant position or they stop and the small cap companies they keep on growing. Yeah.